Well, welcome to Top Crop. Hey, I'm Dan Luepkes. You might know me from some other stuff we've done, but we got a whole new venture. Top Crop is a whole new show. It's all about, doesn't matter what your crop is. For me, it's corn and bean and wheat and hay and some other things sometimes, and how I can best profit and do the best jobs with those crops. Now, other guys might be other crops, and the show is going to specialize and show those different crops. For me, it's your normal crops, your corn and beans and wheat, and some other guys will be some little bit wilder stuff, that we don't see every day. And what it's really about is, sustainability and profit and things that each of us can do in whatever. Hello. Yes. I planted mine. Yeah, planting it right now. That 1185Q. No, separate pallet. Separate pallet. You had 2 pallets, I had 1. Well, then maybe that was, I had 24 bags. That's how much I ordered. You sure it's 10? Unless I took the wrong pallet. I didn't think so. Might have. Didn't think so. Wasn't it a 1? Isn't that other one a 108? Yeah, but you had some 1185Q of your own.
I didn't order any.
Okay.
I ordered 924 and 1108.
Okay. Well, I planted.
Do you have the wrapper or anything or a bag or something?
Tim just burned them all.
Okay.
I know it was 1185Q. I read it. God damn it.
Maybe I need to dig through this pallet here.
Well,
Just the sticker on the outside of the pallet says it's on this pallet. It says there's 24 units of it.
well, all you gotta do is look at the bags. You don't have to dig through. They're always to the outside. You can just.
Yeah, let me look here. I'll let you know.
All right. Okay, now screwed that all up. So can you cut and edit that?
Of course.
Where was I at?
You were going through the 4 pillars, actually.
Well, I just said about sustainability and profit.
Yeah, that's key.
All right.
So what are we doing here now?
Well,
Like,
we'll talk about that a little bit. All right. So for me, ways that hopefully we can make more profit, cut costs, and do things that are renewable and that are good for the ground is, in particular, a field we're on right now with soybeans. Last year we put a rye and oat cover crop on it in the fall. The oats kill out over the winter. The rye survives, and then we kill that in the spring. It helps control erosion, and it also adds organic matter to the soil. I really like doing that. The soil is already alive when we're planting it. If you dig in there, it's already full of roots. See a lot of earthworms. So things like that for me make a difference. We can, I'm just going out here no-tilling right into this, so I'm saving the tillage passes. There is a little cost with, killing the rye, but you know, anymore also there's a lot of different programs that will pay you for cover crops. So I was pretty well paid for my seed and for planting, and maybe even a little towards burning it down. I think when I figured my total revenue that I received through a government type program. So if you look at those kind of programs, they can add to your bottom line and your profit. So little things like that is what we're always looking for. And I base it field by field, farm by farm, whatever I think will make the most money on that particular farm and that crop. So it's ever changing with me. I always say that it's my plan is to change my plan, because if that's farming, weather, different factors, insects, weeds, Mother Nature, all the above. It changes on you, so you got to be able to adapt. And I've always been, I think, halfway decent being able to adapt to a situation. So that's one of our, I don't know if you ought to call it a key to success, but it's a stable of the way I operate, I guess.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you've always been Corn Warriors. You've always been the guy that kind of like can fix anything, can turn anything into a piece of like just the ground.
Yeah, a piece of crap ground into something, you know.
That's an inspiration to a lot of people who deal with the same thing, I think. How important is the choice of a good piece of ground? What do you like? Are you getting new ground recently? And
Well, let's talk
now
about that a little
you're
bit.
capable of doing such great things with low ground, do you seek out low cost ground so that you can turn more profit, or do you still try to?
Well, let me talk about that.
Because you got new ground, I know.
Yeah. So when now let me start that over. I'm always looking for opportunities in different farms or different, pieces of ground. I'm not the type of guy to go out and pay a high cash rent. And bid against neighbors. I'm just not that kind of guy. I'm not going to take farms away from people. A lot of the farms I have were people that are actually farms that really people didn't want that much. They were either sandy or lower grade or wet, or they had issues. Kind of made my career on fixing those farms. I kind of call it turning trash into cash. We've irrigated a lot of sands that I bought. We put a drip irrigation system in, which is really rare for our part of the country here. We've done really well with that. We've had a lot of NCGA wins on that ground. And then we're also utilizing some of that same work with pivots. Good ground, I have some. I don't have a ton. God damn it. Hello?
Yeah, they're all the same. It's just that I think the tag's on the wrong one or something or whatever, but it's right. So how many bags you need for 21 acres?
Just, it should take about, let's see, 8 times 2.4, 8 times 2.8. Probably gonna take about 10 bags, but I'm not sure where I'm actually gonna come out, so make sure you have 12 loaded, just in case I'm a little short at like bowling alley or something, but I think I got enough to get through all that, but make sure you have 12.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
We'll bring in, what do you want, I guess? What do you want to pick up and stuff? Or?
Well, you guys are gonna have to help me load it, or you are, or something. I'm not gonna do it myself, so.
Yeah,
You're-
it just, I mean,
uh,
what, you want Tim to sit there all night, or what's the plan?
no, I want you to help me load it.
Yeah, I understand that, but
Uh,
is Tim coming with me, or is he going home? What's the plan?
well, I want Tim to take the semi home. You guys got to move. Isn't there something's got to be moved home yet, besides the semi?
Service truck.
Okay, well,
Service truck.
service truck first, and then I got another. Hopefully it's not an hour, but probably be close to an hour before I can load, and then the semi's got to go home. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Edit, cut, edit, cut.
Oh, that was all good additions. So how important is picking a piece of ground?
All right, so I actually, in 2023, right, land prices are what I would call exorbitantly high. And even, interest rates are high now. I don't have enough wealth to go out and buy high price ground. There's guys that do, and they have enough money just to go pay cash for it, and I'm just not in that situation. But what I did do, I did buy a little ground this year. It was local. It was a poor farm. It was priced right. I can make it work. It's like some of the other poor ground I have, but like I said, I kind of know how to make that ground produce. Whether I just farm it the way it is with no-till, or I might possibly try to do some irrigation with it or something like that. So I know how to do it. I know how to fix ground like that. And actually, you could buy 3 acres of that for what some high-priced land is bringing. So to me, that just makes more sense. So that's kind of the way I go with things. Also rented a little bit of ground this year that's actually very poor, be some of the poorest I have, but we put it in wheat. We can do all right on that kind of ground. I haven't had wheat for a while, but we're gonna see what we can do with it. We actually put some wheat on our irrigated ground also, because we've been fighting white mold on a certain farm, and we're gonna bring wheat into the rotation and then try to do double crop beans afterwards, which is a real challenge in northern Illinois. We're almost at the Wisconsin border, but we're going to try to get the wheat off as early as possible, throw the dice, get the beans in right away. I've made it work before, and we're going to try it again. I do have some irrigation there, so and keep a little late summer water to it. So little things like that, we do, just to try to get that top crop, get the most value out of the acre. Little tricks I've learned over the years, and I'm always listening to other people for tricks and ideas also. One thing about being around and doing some different things is I've met a lot of different people around the country, and lots of times you bring home an idea from another area that will work here too. You just haven't thought about it. So you got to expand your horizons, open your eyes, and look around and be willing to try new things.